Hi there, everybody. Cindy Hartzell with Hartzell Confidence-Based Horsemanship, and I have my beautiful and amazing cousin Buffy with me today. We're going to be talking about our Goddess Warrior Retreat that we're doing May 26th through May 30th in 2022. And it's going to be in Tucson, Arizona at the White Stallion Ranch. So, Buffy, hey, how's it going?
Hi, good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. We have a storm coming in here. What's your weather like?
We had a storm on Friday. The 1 inch of snow that we had slowed us down for a few hours, and now we're all back up and going. It's melting off, and we'll be in the 70s soon.
Nice. Yeah, no, our highs have been in the 30s these last few days. So
no, thank you. Don't you keep that in Nevada. We'll keep it in the 70s here.
Yeah, I thought Omaha got weather in the wintertime.
Global warming. I don't know. It's weird. We've never had this kind of weather here before.
Yeah, because that's more California weather.
Yeah, it's usually quite cold, like tundra.
Yeah.
So I don't know what this is all about.
Enjoy it.
We'll blame it on COVID.
No. Global warming.
Okay.
Global warming. So, Buffy, yeah. I want you to share with everybody why you signed on with me to do the Goddess Warrior Retreat with horses. I know you've never done anything with the horses before like this. And this will be our first retreat together, but you are such an amazing woman. Not just because you're my cousin and I adore you, but because you to me, I have this list of women who truly in my heart and soul represent the goddess warrior. And you're right up there in the top of them. So,
well, thank you.
You're welcome. Share with me what you think about a goddess warrior. When you hear goddess warrior, what do you think about and how do you embrace that in your life?
First of all, I want to say thank you. I learned from the best. You have taught me many skills throughout the years. Goddess warrior. I think we as women all have this within us. Some of us put our blinders on and we just go through life 1 foot in front of the other. And I myself was guilty of that. It took a divorce to help me realize and find and embody that goddess warrior. I picked up my shield and my sword and I began to fight for me, for who I am, for being both feminine and strong at the same time, for being able to provide for my family and still find balance for myself, finding love and grace and friendship, and not putting up with any of the BS that I had before, because I don't want to be a victim anymore. I want to be strong and courageous and be able to say no when I don't want to do something and be able to say yes when I should do something. So here I am. I'm saying yes to you and to this retreat because I believe in women and I want to help other women find their goddess warrior. So that's me.
That's amazing. And you and I have both had a lifetime of interesting experiences. We have often joked that you can't make this shit up. And we have cried together and we have screamed together and we have laughed together. And over the years, you and I have both risen above the things that we were taught to the belief system that we were raised in. Mm-hmm. And we really had to learn to look within and question, what do I believe? What do I think serves me? What doesn't serve me? And I think so many of us women, I've always been a tomboy, and it wasn't until I got divorced and remarried and met the man of my dreams that actually encouraged me to find that feminine, sensual, soft side of me. Now, I've always been compassionate. I've always loved animals and been a kind person and adore my children and all of that. But it was that feminine part, that sensual part that I didn't have time for,
Didn't have time for.
You didn't have time for. There's no space for that with horses. That's what I believed. I was more of the warrior, but I wasn't a balanced warrior. My masculine parts of me were more from aggression and survival than it was confident and assertive. And so for me, I had to really explore both of those aspects. And it took two really big traumas in my life to make me really start going within. And during that process, I've watched you go through your challenges. And boy, to me, you've always been very good at expressing your feminine side. You seem like you've always been comfortable as the feminine component, that goddess. But watching you really step into the warrior has been fun to see, because you have 3 kids and they went through the divorce with you, and they got to see their parent handle this with so much grace and yet so much courage.
Well, thank you. You try, right? It's survival.
We do the best that we can. And on top of it, you have an amazing sense of humor. And
God. Now you're putting the pressure on.
Right?
I do want to say something about what you just said. Mm-hmm. I think it's because of the hardships that we encounter in our lives that we have 2 choices, right? There's a path, and we can go the other way and run from our trauma, or we can rise above, and it might be tough and there might be some bumps along the way, but we can make a better path. And this path gets bumpy, but we're creating the path. We're clearing the way as we go, versus the other one's chosen for us. I like I said before, I think I since divorce, since trauma, I have always just been on, I had always been on autopilot, but now I am choosing this path. I choose the people that I want in my life. I am choosing my inner circle, my family, if you will. That makes me less the victim, more in control, and happier because of it. I'm choosing happy. And I think all of us, sometimes it takes trauma to bring out who we were meant to be, and the more I share my story, the more I realize that we're all alike. Each and every one of us has encountered something. And here I thought, and you and I have talked about this, is that I thought we were alone on this crazy family path that we've had, or the traumas in our life, or, the things that have happened to us. And I realized, no, we're not. Mm-mm. Everyone is dealing with something. And we just all need to be a little bit more compassionate, because that person who was rude to you at the grocery store, they're dealing with something. It's not about you. They're going through something. And so sometimes, rather than, flip them off, maybe we just need to give them a hug.
Yeah.
So I'm learning to embrace that, but it is about survival, and people are doing the best they can. But I want to help women. I want to empower women to be stronger, to find their true happiness, their true goddess warrior, if you will. Yeah. So here we are, and you're going to help lead this with horses. I have no idea how to do it with horses, but I love animals myself, and I love being loved on by the horses. They show us a lot.
And that's it right there. who doesn't love being loved on by a horse? And one of the things that's almost universal about horses is that they everybody's in awe of them. Some of them, it's a scary awe, like don't get too close, but we all just look at a horse and it's just amazing. What I love about using the horses for the Goddess Warrior or any retreat is they give you immediate, pure, honest feedback. They have no agenda. They live in the present moment. They're herd animals, so they are masters at reading the energy of their herd. And so when we step into a pen with a horse, we've become part of their herd. And so all of their amazing instincts, their sentient beings, their ability to feel their environment and feel those around them, they can tell if you're showing up authentically or if you're showing up as somebody who you really aren't. Like you may be there all courageous looking, but inside you're scared to death. And they can sense that. And then through just simple activities like grooming the horses, walking the horses, doing some fun on the ground activities with the horses and the women, these women have the opportunity to just let their guard down, be in the present moment, and allow the horses to connect. And the horses know exactly what each and every one of us needs. So
you're telling me horses have BS monitors on them?
They have BS monitors, big ones.
Oh, good.
And they've done this Heart Math Institute in Berkeley has done, they study the heart and the brain and the congruency. When a person is in congruency, their heartbeat and their brain waves are synced together and in harmony. And that's inner peace. And the only way that you can establish that is by not having the monkey mind going crazy, not be worrying about everything, being mindful of your breath, being in the present moment. Well, they did this really cool study with horses and people where they hooked them up both with the brain to monitor their brain wave and their heartbeat, and had them hooked up to machines and put them in a round pen together. And within a very short period of time, the horses heart rate and brain waves synced up with the person. And they repeated it several times with several different horses and several different people, and every time. And what they've discovered is we all have this electromagnetic field that we put out, and horses do too. And when we get into that field with them, they don't like incongruency. So they have the ability, if you are present and in the present moment, we accomplish that the easiest way through our breath. The horses will match that. So with somebody who's totally incongruent, a lot of it is their electromagnetic field that they're putting out, and the horses feel that. So they will exit. So we help in our retreat, we help women to have body awareness, have awareness of their breath and their mind, their thoughts, in the presence of the horse. And then the horses let them know when they've achieved that by changing the way they're interacting with them. It's amazing. Every session I do, every retreat I do, I'm blown away. The horses are the main facilitators. We just speak English, so we show up for the women and guide them through. But it's really the horses, and I'm super excited for us to be doing this because you bring so much to the table about the feminine and the masculine and what that means. And the older I get, the more that I realize that our true purpose here in life is to be in service in whatever way makes our heart sing. But we all have such a unique gift to bring to the world. Right. And I know that you and I have so much fun together, and yet we've grown so much over the years into who we are, I'll say our authentic selves. And
Yes.
We have this amazing love for life. And I think we're pretty fun together. And I'm going to do this to you. You knew I was going to do it, but you got to share, your fingers. You gotta
Okay,
share
I
your
got my fingers. And people often ask me, Cindy, why do you have mustaches on your fingers? And the bigger question here is, why don't you? I after my divorce, I realized I needed to laugh a little bit more. And what is more funny than seeing someone make a joke of themselves with a mustache on themselves? Now I have my real mustache, but I try to get rid of that on a regular basis. But so I had some tattooed on, and they're kind of like, I can use them as eyebrows. I can use, okay, that's too much. Anyway, I have mustaches to make me laugh, to make others laugh, mostly just to laugh.
Well,
And so I do.
when you first showed those to me, when I first saw the first one, and one of the reasons that you shared with me then that you had them, or one of the ways that you use them, maybe not
Oh God.
have them,
Okay.
is to help people that you work with in your profession. So tell me a little bit about what you do tell all of us, because I know.
Okay.
But tell us a little bit about what you do for a living, and why would mustaches on your fingers make a difference?
Okay, so I'm an occupational therapist, and that means I do not find people jobs, but I help people with their occupations of living, the things you do every day: bathing, dressing, getting in and out of bed, being able to balance your checkbook, being able to feed yourself. Those are all of our occupations. So when I see a person in the hospital that has just had a stroke, or is recovering from brain surgery, or is recovering from COVID, they're in their worst moments. Sometimes I treat people that come in for elective surgeries too, such as knee replacement or hip replacement, but everybody's they're in the hospital sick, right? They're recovering from something, and people are scared, and they just want some reassurances that they're going to be okay. And I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know how things are going to turn out, but I can tell you right now, I'm here with you. I'm doing this with you. I'm helping you through it. And they want some assurances. We got to build some rapport. And so something, just a smile, make them laugh. I whip out the old mustache, and we all laugh together. Now, what's been tough is with COVID, we're wearing masks. And we're wearing gloves. And so I haven't been able to wear my mustaches to show people, and to make people laugh. And I have noticed people smile less. Is it true? Are we smiling less, or is it just because it's hidden by a mask? But I want to laugh more. I want to smile more, and I want to see other people do that as well. So if it takes a mustache on a finger, so be it. If it takes a genuine smile from my face, if that's enough, good. But I want to help people, and the mustaches actually do help. Believe it or not.
I believe it. I believe it. And I do agree. I think people are smiling less because, when you smile, it's just not your lips.
Right.
Your whole face, lights up.
Right. And right. But it's hard to see underneath a mask. Even like this, it's hard to see. Yeah. Are they grimacing? Are they smiling? Are they?
Yeah.
It's hard.
It's interesting. It's an interesting time.
Yeah.
Well, I think we could go into this conversation about the goddess warrior in a lot of ways. To me, the goddess represents so many things. It's our feminine aspect. The warrior is our masculine. It's also known as the yin and the yang. Some say yang, but if you've studied traditional Chinese medicine, it's yang.
Okay.
It's the yin and the yang is a circle. The feminine masculine is a circle. The goddess warrior is a circle, and that circle needs to stay balanced, and it's fluid. And so This retreat, we're going to really explore finding both of those aspects and helping women find both of those aspects, learning to be comfortable in vulnerability.
That's tough, isn't it?
It's really tough, but that's where growth takes place.
Right.
Right. And I love Brene Brown and her daring to be vulnerable. There's so much power in that. I lost my train of thought. I was going to say something more about the goddess warrior, but I think that we're going to call this a great introduction of Buffye and Cindy and our goddess warrior. It's Awaken Your Goddess Warrior Within retreat. I'm going to have the links and the dates to register and explore more information about it connected to this little Zoom interview. And we have space for 10 amazing women to join us at this place, White Stallion Ranch. I should say a little bit about that. It is a dude ranch in Tucson, Arizona. And you step onto the ranch and it's like you've left your life at the gate,
Good, we get to get off the grid.
When you turn off that paved road onto the dirt, they have a whole bunch of horses that we get to play with. They have a petting zoo. The rooms are amazing. They're like little villas, and each one has its own little fireplace out on its porch. And we have ranch style meals where we get breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And they ring the bell for it. And Saturday afternoon, we're all going to go for a trail ride. Good. And then they have other activities that we're going to make sure we leave time in the day, because this is a workshop. This is a retreat about you, about who you are, who you want to be. And in that, you're going to get a ton of information. And so we're going to give you plenty of time to go play, to go, whether you want to go hiking, you want to go journaling, you want to go nap. There's a spa, there's a pool, there's a hot tub. So it's a fabulous getaway. And
I can't wait.
I am super excited. And it's in the middle of the desert, so it's got those huge, I think now I don't even know what the name of them. The tall cactuses with the arms, forget what they're called.
Doesn't it start with an S?
Yes, it does. And they're amazing. The history behind those are amazing. So I'm super excited. We're going to have so much fun, Buffye. It's going to be hard to believe we're working.
I know. I can't wait for women to join us, and so that we can all come together and be our authentic selves, being goddess warriors.
Yes. Yeah, and this is going to be the first of many annuals.
Can't wait. Let's do this.
Me neither. All right, everybody. If you have any questions about this retreat, feel free to contact probably me more than Buffye, because she doesn't have access to all the other stuff that I have access to. I'm not techie. I'm the techie. I'm the techie horsey. She's the sense of humor.
Oh God. Yeah, I'm not.
She's way funnier. She's way funnier than I am. So we look forward to you guys joining us. And like I was about to say, if you have any questions, comments, or want to enroll, sign up for the retreat, just get in touch with me.
10 spots. We only have 10 spots.
Only 10. 10 amazing women. Will that be you?
Yeah, I can't wait. Let's do this.
We're on.